Coming to you live on the JAKIB Media YouTube channel, Football 24/7, with NFL insider John McMullen, all presented by Stateside Vodka. Live from inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte is the John McMullen. We bring him in and get everybody up to date right away. Johnny Mac, how are you, sir? Welcome in. Let's begin with the Inactives. Are they posted out?
Yeah, no big surprises from the Eagles' standpoint. Obviously, Lane Johnson out for the second consecutive game, which we knew he was ruled out on Friday. So he's still out for the personal matter that we've discussed. And then it's your typical inactives, Gardner Minshew, Mac McCain, players like that. So nothing relevant other than Lane Johnson from the Eagles side. From Carolina's side, little bit of an interesting shuffle on their offensive line. Their best offensive lineman is Taylor Moton, who is typically their right tackle. He's going to move to left tackle, and they're going to start a rookie, Brady Christensen, at right tackle. He's their third-round pick. Similar to what the Eagles are doing on their side of the ball, because Jordan Mailata is back after missing 2 games. He's going to play right tackle, not left tackle. They're going to have Andre Dillard staying at left tackle. So a little bit of an interesting comparison between the two teams on the offensive lines with the musical chairs.
I know during the week, Johnny Mac, including our report as late as Friday on Focus Friday, there was this competitive advantage to not announcing or releasing or putting out what the starting offensive line was going to look like for the Eagles. Is it been released? Is it firm? Do we know what the 5 across the top of the line are going to look like?
No, it's not been released yet. The Eagles are going to go through warm-ups. They might be doing it right now as I'm on the show, and then you'll be able to see. But it is going to be Andre Dillard at left tackle, Landon Dickerson left guard, Jason Kelsey, Jack Driscoll at right guard, Jordan Mailata at right tackle. So we've known that pretty early in the week, but the Eagles didn't want us releasing that for competitive advantage purposes, but it's game day. So there you go. And there was the speculation all week.
One last update from an offensive line standpoint. Any update, or is it not provided? I know Suapeta was in the COVID-19 protocol. Is there an update? Is that something that matters when the inactives are put out, or does he remain there? Where is he?
No, he's on the COVID-19. He's on the reserve COVID-19 list, so he doesn't count against the 53-man roster when you're on that list. What the Eagles did, they had a COVID replacement because of that, and they elevated LaRaven Clark from the practice squad. So he's a COVID elevation because Suapeta is on that list. So no change from Sua's standpoint, but LaRaven Clark will be up for the first time as an Eagle. So if he gets in the game, whether it's special teams, he'll be making his Eagles debut if he does get any playing time. From an offensive line standpoint, they hope he's not going to get any playing time.
It's our live drop-in with NFL insider John McMullen across the JAKIB Media YouTube channel. John on the road down in Charlotte from inside Bank of America Stadium, all presented by Stateside Vodka. Let's get a couple of updates from you and a couple of thoughts from you, John. Won't hold you long because I know pregame is busy inside the press box. Christian McCaffrey will or will not play today. I'm assuming he is not going to play.
No, that was the case. Christian not going to play. I don't have the inactives in front of me. You guys can probably pull that up. But the indication from Carolina, Matt Rule on Friday, was he was not going to play. Chuba Hubbard is the rookie running back that has been in his stead, and that's a big break for the Eagles, obviously. That's probably the best player the Panthers have. But he's had a lot of injury problems, really dating back. I think he only played 3 games last season as well. So it's, it's a difficult, and that's one of the reasons I thought the Eagles probably have a better chance than people think, because Carolina's got some pretty significant injuries, and not only significant injuries, but at significant positions. I already mentioned the left tackle being out, Cam Irving, and you see what they've had to do to replace him. They have to move Taylor Moton. They have to put in a rookie at right tackle. So it's a big concern, the injury. Shaq Thompson's not playing as well, so he's their best linebacker. A lot of issues from Carolina from the injury standpoint.
Going into this game, getting ready to defend and shut down, control Sam Darnold. If you use the Dallas game as your litmus test or your indicator or your most recent example of how to do it, Darnold was sacked 5 times by the Cowboys. That must make Javon Hargrave feel pretty good, because he's one of the few players getting home.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big opportunity for the guys who haven't had strong starts to the season, at least from a production standpoint. And I'm talking about obviously Fletcher Cox, but also Derek Barnett and Josh Sweat as well, because when healthy, probably the offensive line might be the weak point of the Panthers team, and they're not healthy with Cam Irving being out. And even Miller, their right guard, is going to play, but he's got a shoulder injury, and he was iffy all week. So they're banged up front. And remember, they're banged up. The Eagles are banged up front, but they're banged up from a good offensive line. The Panthers are banged up from a bad offensive line. So the Eagles' front four has to show up today. No question about it.
Talk about the Eagle offense and Jalen Hurts. I'm assuming keep firing. We're going to see a little bit more or a lot of what we saw a week ago. Jalen's going to keep running, and they're going to keep their offensive philosophy this week, same as it's been for the first 4, despite the record.
Well, I don't think it's been the same in the first 4, and maybe that's part of the problem. I think when the Eagles have tried to push the football down the field is when they've had less. They tried to do that against San Francisco. They tried to do that against Dallas. They had less success, unless you want to talk about late in the game against the Cowboys when it really didn't matter. Whereas if you look about the week 1 game plan in Atlanta and the week 4 game plan against Kansas City, that was the more what you think of Jalen Hurts type of stuff, the quick throws, the bubble screens, things like that, close to the line of scrimmage, where he's been very, very effective getting the football to the receivers and letting them get yards after catch.
I want to make sure, and I know you can't see me, Johnny Mack, because you're joining me from inside the press box. I do want to make sure that I tilt my camera down just so all of our viewers realize that the Carolina blue hoodie that I'm wearing on this live report is a JAKIB Media product, as we're sampling some new JAKIB Media gear today. And I could say that it is in support of our good friend and your good friend, Colin Thompson. I want him to be okay, but I want the Eagles to win. So fair enough. But I wanted to make sure that everybody had at least a snapshot to see the big JAKIB logo.
They know what you're saying. They see Carolina blue, Krause.
Yes, sir.
Turned on the Eagles.
Yes, sir. Last thing, Johnny Mack, Miles Sanders. Is he finally going to get a lot of touches and carries this afternoon offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that is a thing that people are going to continue to talk about, and I understand why, but I don't think it's relevant from the Eagles' perspective, in that he will get more touches if they're winning the football game in the second half. If they're behind by 2 scores, he's not going to get a lot of touches because Kenny Gainwell is going to be in the game. So I think a lot of that has to do with just how the personality of the game unfolds. And then the second part is the Eagles are still a top 10 rushing attack, but They don't do it in a traditional fashion because it's quarterback driven. It's Jalen Hurts driven. And look, this offense is about Jalen Hurts. It's not about Miles Sanders. So if he's getting the rushing yards and he's healthy and you're a top 10 rushing offense, what's the difference? I would ask, what is the difference?
Well, one difference going into the game on Sunday, NFL insider John McMullen has selected the Eagles to win the football game. Football 24/7 with John McMullen live from inside Bank of America Stadium here on the JAKIB Media YouTube Network, all presented by Stateside Vodka. Great stuff, Johnny Mac. Look forward, if we get a chance, we'll do a quick hit with you at halftime, and then we'll see you tonight on the live post-game show on 6abc.com and right here on the JAKIB Media YouTube channel. Good stuff from John McMullen checking in from inside Bank of America Stadium. Johnny on the road in Charlotte with the team. Thank you, Johnny Mac.
All right, thanks, Krause.
All right, good stuff from NFL insider John McMullen, again presented by Stateside Vodka. Go to statesidevodka.com, use that keyword JAKIB, and get 15% off a 1-liter bottle. Remember, if you're in Pennsylvania, our friends at Stateside will deliver right to your door. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in here on game day for the Football 24/7 John McMullen Report, live from Charlotte. We'll see you right back here on the JAKIB Media YouTube channel at halftime.